Well, okay, Ms. the Champ, if I have to do a video and it has to be on your channel, I'm going to do something completely off the topic of wrestling, because I can. This video is going to be 5 random facts about the Tommytaker. This is a very informal video, so any of you out there that take this way too seriously, well, you have no sense of humor. Okay, so I just picked the 5 most random things that I can think about off the top of my head. My personality is so scattered and narrow-minded. I just thought of random things, and yeah, well, I made a list of them. So, let's start from the beginning. Number 1. I am really into fashion. I guess you could classify it as a guilty pleasure, but I've always been into style and fashion and, you know, picking out clothes and stuff like that, shopping, whatever. Just mostly because I enjoy it. All my friends seem to love it, and I've always gotten a big kick out of it. I've never made a video about it on my channel because, you know, wrestling and shopping don't really go hand in hand. So, yeah, that's number 1. Number 2, I do not like UFC or MMA. I've never been into the whole overly masculine guys beating the crap out of each other in an octagon. I just find it relatively boring and unentertaining. I've tried to get into it a couple times, but just never really clicked with me. I fell asleep halfway through the show and I woke up and I'm like, what the hell happened? So, yeah, that's number 2. Number 3, I have one guy friend. One guy friend. The rest of my friends are girls. And the interesting thing about my one guy friend is that I've pretty much grown up with him. We were in the same first grade class. That's where I first met him. And basically all the way leading up to my senior year of high school. And we've still been great friends since. Yeah. Number 4, and this is probably the most important one on this list that I can think of. I am a musician / drummer. And I have been a musician or drummer since 2nd grade. In fact, I plan to go to college to pursue a study in music composition and use that to elevate to my career. At least that's what I hope to happen. I love writing music. I just absolutely love music. It's like the greatest thing in my life. Because outside of wrestling, it's something that I'm very knowledgeable of. You know, academically in school, I am not too hot on, you know, mathematics or science or history. I do enjoy writing, and I probably could have just thrown that on my list here as an extra, but I love writing poetry and studying and all that stuff like that. English has always been a stronghold of mine, but yeah, music is the most important thing in my life. And number 5, and this is kind of an interesting one. If you ever met me outside the internet, publicly, you know, in the real world, you would see a completely different side of me, because when I'm realistically in this world, in the virtual world of YouTube, when you see my face on a camera, you have no idea the type of person that I am. In fact, if you met me on the streets and you, like, try to start a conversation with me, you would really not even know that I'm a fan of wrestling. Because I never talk about wrestling outside of YouTube. I mean, sometimes if it rarely gets brought up, I kind of go off about it. But I'm such a nerd when it comes to that kind of stuff that I just kind of like expressing a different side of me outside the YouTube world. So, yep, those are 5 random facts about me. Here's the list. I had to write them down because, you know, I can't think of things from memory. And my sheet just fell on the ground. So, yeah, I'll post this video up on the Ms. the Champ. I might post it on my homepage, or my actual YouTube page too. So, you're welcome. And if you have any questions for me, just comment them in the section and I'll answer them. And, yeah. See you later.